Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more Universe Mode on the JPG channel. We are here on Monday Night Raw, and we are heading into Survivor Series season, folks. What an exciting time it is to be a wrestling fan, exciting time it is to be a viewer here on the JPG channel. A little bit of explaining as we get right into the action here. We got Jimmy Uso taking on Finn Balor. Uso literally not even 48 hours removed from a hellacious TLC match at Extreme Rules, and oh my goodness, what a double foot stomp from Balor. This could be it here. Count of one, no. And Extreme Rules, what a night that was. Definitely living up to the name of Extreme for sure. I mean, we had bloody encounters like Rhodes and Cross. We had a night of, heartbreak, a night of triumphs. Kofi Kingston finally defeating Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. Finally defeating Gunther, period. Gunther hasn't been pinned or submitted yet. Technically, Kofi Kingston won by escaping the steel cage last night, but I mean, that still counts and shows as an L on Gunther's record here in WWE. And look at that, a beautiful John Woo dropkick from the second rope. I can't believe Jimmy Uso has even agreed to compete here tonight, let alone against a man the caliber of Finn Balor, former Universal Champion here in WWE. Gotta be a lot of going on both these guys' mind. Balor, with all the whole, with the whole Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss stuff that's been happening lately. That match between Ripley and Bliss, I mean, that is probably the most that's probably the least dominant I've seen Rhea Ripley since winning that championship, really since the start of Universe Mode. I mean, time and time again, Bliss looked like she had her number in that match. At the end of the day, like I said during the pay-per-view, I just think that Bliss defeated herself, really. Because Ripley, she focused on the head, damaged the head, possibly giving Alexa Bliss a concussion. Neither women are here tonight. Oh, a nice drop kick from Balor to the outside. But what I was going to say is why that would be on Balor's mind is because the way that Bliss has been acting lately, her new persona she just debuted at Extreme Rules, coming out with a lantern, a very famous and familiar lantern, and a dark, eerie sort of vibe to her now. I mean, we mentioned it. It's reminiscent of Bray Wyatt, the former cult leader here in WWE, a guy we have not seen in quite some time, and we have not seen at all in Universe Mode. And now look at this, a drop kick from Balor, but no. Jimmy Uso looking to get back into the fight here, but Balor's jumping to the top rope. But Jimmy Uso caught him. Oh, and he drops him on his back. And both members of the Usos are in singles action here tonight, as we will see Jimmy's brother Jey take on Jon Moxley directly after this, and what a match that should be. Both Usos must be feeling confident after their win against DIY, and I mean they have to be, because after months and months of falling short to Gargano and Ciampa, they finally got the job done at Extreme Rules after going through multiple tables, going through bridge ladders, getting chairs thrown at them. I mean, think about anything possible that could have happened in that match. I guarantee it probably did. Go ahead and check out Extreme Rules if you haven't, folks. Now look at this, Balor with a sling blade, and here comes Balor turning up the pace now. Oh my goodness, the elbow to the back of the head. And now Finn Balor measuring his man, going high risk. Look at this, a somersault poncho from Finn Balor. And hey, if anything's going on between Balor's minds as far as the whole Alexa Bliss stuff, he's certainly putting that to the side right now as he tries to get the job done against Jimmy Uso. This is our first match to start the night, folks. Randy Orton is back here tonight, Universal Champion Randy Orton. The guy that we haven't seen in almost a month since defeating Cody Rhodes inside Hell in a Cell. What, Randy got to lick his wounds even though he came out the match as champion, and Rhodes had to go straight into wrestling a match against Karrion Kross? Is that what you're telling me? How fair is that? I mean, we know Randy Orton's getting up there in the years, but arguably he's probably having the run of his career right now, folks. He won the Money in the Bank briefcase after being a surprise entrant in one of the qualifying matches. Defeated Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam for the championship. Defeated Cody Rhodes inside Hell in a Cell in a rematch. Orton's been on top of his game here on Monday Night Raw, folks. But as I mentioned, on top of the game, you have to mention the Usos right now. The Bloodline as a whole. Stomping out Balor now. The Bloodline as a whole have been running dominant on Monday Night Raw since Roman and Solo got those Raw Tag Team Championships back on the Bloodline side. Now look at this, a back suplex from Jimmy Uso. Back suplex from Jimmy Uso. And now Uso looking a little Uso crazy. There he is. And we don't see Jimmy Uso in singles competition a lot, but this guy definitely has a lot to offer, just like his brother Jey Uso. I mean, you got to give them credit where credit's due, whether you like how they go about their matches or not. Dragon Screw from Balor. And both these guys are affiliated with factions here on Monday Night Raw, but decide to take the battle to each other with no help on the ringside. Balor throwing Jimmy Uso now into the ring. Now what can Balor be going for here? Oh, he gets caught with a flying clothesline from Jimmy Uso, though. And now look at this. Oh, a Hangman's neck breaker. Neck breaker from Jimmy Uso. And now Uso turning up the pace here. But no, Balor caught him. Balor caught him with a few shots to the ribs. And now look at this Pele kick from Finn Balor. Balor's turning it up now. Balor's turning it up now. Off the ropes goes Balor. Oh no, he dumped him to the outside. Dumped Jimmy Uso to the outside. And now Finn Balor. Just stalking his opponent now. Throwing Jimmy Uso back into the ring. And hey, I mean, like what I was going to say is Jimmy Uso isn't looking the best here tonight. But like I said, you have to remember what a drop kick from Balor. You have to remember that these two men, Jimmy and Jey, just went through a TLC match to close the show, might I add. Like, they haven't even had a full 48 hours to recover from that. And they're back here in action, getting slammed on this unforgiving ring apron, which has very little comfort levels to it. And now Balor, a kick to the midsection and a kick to the face as well. Balor's measuring his man now. What's he going for? Going for a little Bloody Sunday 1916. This could be it. It could be all over here. 1, 2. No, Jimmy Uso kicks out the last second. Still showing some fight left in him. But Balor, you know he's going to increase. You know he's going to increase the intensity from there. And look at this, schoolboy into a beautiful super kick, leveling Finn Balor with that one. Leveling the Prince with that one, and now Jimmy Uso perhaps has Balor right in the corner, right where he wants him, stomping him out. 3 stomps. Balor's in trouble now. Uso starting to feel it here. You know, with both members of the Uso in action here tonight, you know Roman is expecting nothing less of triumph between the Bloodline here tonight. I mean, this is a chance for 2 members of the Bloodline to get 2 separate victories. And now look at this. Oh, it might be one right here with the Uso splash. Can Balor get out? Count of 1, 2. Oh, Balor gets out the last second. Balor gets out the last second. Now look at this. Look at this. Roll up. Roll up from Balor. Count of 1, 2. No, Jimmy Uso gets out. Man, these two are going back and forth. What a match to start the show here tonight. Another swing blade. Look at this, but he rolls over into a drop kick to the head. Drop kick to the head, and now Balor wasting little time on that top rope. Huge drop kick from Finn Balor. Huge drop kick from Finn Balor lands. And now Balor just trying to chop the legs of Jimmy Uso here. Sends Uso into the corner. But Uso had other plans, and he gets hit once again with that elbow to the face. And now look at Balor measuring him for the coup de grace. Coup de grace to Jimmy Uso. Could this be it? 1, 2, 3. Balor gets the job done here tonight, folks. What a match Finn Balor just had against Jimmy Uso. What the hell? The lights are out, folks. Oh my God, it's Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt is here. Oh, and he's targeting Finn Balor. We mentioned we haven't seen Bray Wyatt in quite some time, nor have we seen Bray Wyatt in universe mode. But ladies and gentlemen, that must be what all the supernatural antics were leading up to. Bray Wyatt has come back here tonight, and it looks like he might be signing with Alexa Bliss in some certain way, because it seems that they both have an outing for Judgment Day members. Bray Wyatt is back here in the WWE, folks. Wow. And Balor and Bray Wyatt, no strangers to one another, that is for sure. If you remember, Bray Wyatt, you know, he debuted his Fiend persona at the expense of Finn Balor, and what a mauling that was a few SummerSlams ago now. And to this day, I still think that that's probably, if not the number one best debut, it's definitely second best for sure. And anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting right into the action between Moxley and Jey Uso. And oh my God, look at this! Moxley went for a lariat. Jey Uso ducked it, and now the ref is out cold. Ref is out cold. And now there's no discretion to this match because the ref isn't even out to officiate it. And man, that gave Jey Uso the opportunity that he needed, but Moxley not going to take that laying down, laying some chops into Jey Uso. And now Moxley sending Jey Uso into the ropes. No, Uso got the boots up. Or in his case, shoes. Oh my goodness, what a headbutt to Jon Moxley. A headbutt to Moxley. And hey, the Usos aren't the only two members that went through a gruesome battle at Extreme Rules. If you remember, Moxley took on Kenny Omega in a losing effort. And look at this, Moxley, oh my goodness, dumping Jey Uso. The losing effort in the United States Championship match. But what a match it was, and Moxley turning up the pace here with a suicide dive. There were multiple times in that match that Moxley looked to have the match won, but at the end of the day, Omega proving why he is indeed the best bout machine. But Moxley is no slouch himself, that's for sure. Now look at this, a Samoan drop from Jey Uso, spiking Moxley, and now Moxley just beating on Jey Uso. Now, oh my goodness, into the corner. Look at this. Oh, a ripcord neck breaker from Jon Moxley here. Moxley's fired up, looking to get back on track after that losing effort. I mean, hey, it's one thing to say you lost to a champion. That's not really anything you can... That's not anything that you can, you have to worry about, like, sounding defeated in, because losing to a champion is not, and nothing to discredit. Some days a champion just proves why he does indeed hold that title, and that's what Omega happened to do. But Moxley, like I said, looking to get back on track here on Monday Night Raw, coming in with the jumping knee, but Jey Uso was there to block him. Now look at this. Oh my goodness. Driving his knee into that shoulder blade of Moxley. And now Jey Uso dumps Moxley. I mean, I'm still trying to get over the fact that we just seen Bray Wyatt return here to WWE here tonight and seemingly set his sights towards Finn Balor, maybe even just the Judgment Day as a whole. And now Jey Uso, man, Moxley's gonna have to turn this around. He gets hit with a huge A huge hip press in the corner. And Moxley just barely hanging onto those ropes. Look at Jey Uso just throwing them ones up. Like I said, the Usos are coming in here with some confidence here tonight. Oh, double axe handle for Moxley. But we already seen Balor take care of Jimmy Uso in tonight's opening match. Imagine if Jey Uso can't get the job done here tonight either. Imagine what that's going to look like and what kind of explanation they're going to have to give Roman Reigns once they return back to the Island of Relevancy as Moxley throws the kitchen sink right at Jey Uso. Oh, a nice elbow drop from John. And a second one for good. No, Jey Uso gets out the way. Uso gets out the way. Now Jey, apart from his brother that we said we don't see too much singles competition between him, if you remember for a while there, Jimmy Uso was out with injury, and Jey Uso really had to become the singles competitor that he is to this day. Main event Jey Uso. This guy was literally main eventing SmackDown after SmackDown after SmackDown. And putting on some pretty good matches, too. Guys with like Edge and Seth Rollins. So, I mean, definitely helped him hone his craft as a singles competitor. And that's going to help him in a match against Jon Moxley. But at the end of the day, Moxley is as unforgiving of a competitor as it gets. And now Moxley sending Jey Uso into the corner. What a lair to the back of the head. Man, that might make Cross a little jealous there. Count of two there into the lair to the back of the head. And Moxley's had his run-ins with Karrion Kross in the past, as we mentioned. Kross's name. He knows all about that. And so does Cody Rhodes after suffering 2 defeats to the Harbinger of Doom in the span of a month. And now a headbutt to Jey Uso. Or I should say from Jey Uso. Moxley looks rattled here. What's Jey Uso going for? Uso splash. No, Moxley gets out the way. Moxley gets out the way and Jey Uso crashes and burns. And now look at this. Oh, double underhook suplex, but he connects with the bridge pin. Beautiful there. Count of 2. Uso's out at 2. This match really starting to pick up. Oh my goodness, just driving those forearms into the midsection of Jey Uso. Now look at this, going for that neck breaker again. Moxley nails it. Nails the neck breaker. And now really turning up the pace on Jey Uso. And that's what you're going to have to do. A beautiful cutter from Moxley. Beautiful cutter from Moxley. And now look at this. Top rope. Drops the leg drop on him. Going for the cover now. Count of 1, 2. No. Just kicks out at 2. And now Moxley, look at this. Full head of steam. Oh, no. Jey Uso gets out the way. Oh, drop kick to the back. Drop kick to the back now. And look at this. Oh, a huge Samoan drop from Jey Uso. Samoan drop from Jey Uso. And now it's Uso getting back into the match. A huge power slam. And what a match. What 2 matches we've seen the Usos take part in to start Monday Night Raw, folks. Definitely showing why they still are the Raw Tag Team Champions. But look at this. Moxley slips out. Moxley slips out. Grabs the arms. Grabs the arms for the Death Rider. Death Rider lands. The Death Rider lands to Jey Uso. Count of 1, 2. No, Uso kicks out. Uso kicks out of the Death Rider, and Moxley can't believe it. Moxley can't believe he's arguing with the referee. The referee doesn't want anything to do with Jon Moxley, and hell, I cannot blame him. Death Rider kicks out, and the crowd have all of a sudden got on their feet here for both these men. Put on a hell of a performance. Just slugging it out. This has quickly become more than just a singles match, folks. Oh my goodness, what an Irish whip into the barricade. And now punching at Moxley, and oh my goodness. I think that last shot opened Moxley up, and now that's definitely going to make this match more personal rather than professional. I mean, there's not too many professional wrestling matches that Moxley has. Oh my goodness. You gotta believe every time Moxley's in there with anybody, he's just trying to maul his opponent. He's just trying to maul him. That's all he cares about. And now look at this. Oh, slam his spine into the light post. Just as I was saying that, trying to maul his opponent. And yeah, there's a little cut above Moxley's nose. And look at this, an inverted suplex from the outside. And Moxley really turning up the intensity here tonight. After you bust Moxley open, I mean, that's when the guy starts quite literally seeing red. He just blacks out and doesn't remember what he does next after that. And now look at this, hook in the leg. Hook in the leg. Got him in a brutal submission hold here. Is Jey Uso going to submit? No, he powers out. He powers out of that submission hold from Jon Moxley and lands a huge blow. And yeah, that blood is starting to flow down his face. Obviously, Moxley, no stranger to blood, but it's still going to, oh my goodness, limit his vision the more and more this match goes. And now look at this, went for a super kick, but Moxley, his vision ain't that blurred. He hits him with a huge lariat to counter it. Now Moxley top rope here, measuring Jey Uso. Look at this. Oh my goodness, a jumping elbow. Oh, Moxley was looking to run to the outside, but Jey Uso was able to cut him off there. And now look at these guys just throwing haymakers, throwing knife-edge chops at one another. This is a fight. And believe it or not, there's some history behind this. I mean, we're looking at two men that have, one point or another, have been heavily affiliated with Roman Reigns, as of course Jon Moxley, a former member of the Shield, and Jey Uso, a servant of Roman Reigns right now in the Bloodline. And Moxley gets out of the way. Look at this. Huge neck breaker from the Lunatic. And now Moxley getting Jey Uso up. And everything Jey Uso tries to throw at Moxley, Moxley has an answer for. Look at this. Oh, wait, no. Oh, reversal, but wait a minute. The rebound lariat from Moxley lands, and Moxley's turning up the pace now. Turn up the pace now, going for the kill shot here with the second Death Rider lands. The second Death Rider lands on Jey Uso. Could this be it? 1, 2, 3. Moxley gets the job done. And like I said earlier, both members of the Usos falling short in singles competition. You know that is not going to fare well with the Tribal Chief. After such a big victory at Extreme Rules, but you might even be able to credit that match towards the fact why the Usos did not pick up wins here tonight. Still licking their wounds from that TLC match. And Moxley gets back on track here after his losing effort at Extreme Rules as well. What a match we just seen between these two competitors, folks. It's something that tells me we have not seen the last of Jon Moxley and Jey Uso doing battle, because at the a lot of that match became personal at the end there. And look at this. It looks like we're going 3 for 3. 3 members of the Bloodline are in action here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't even know about this one. We knew Randy Orton was back in action here tonight, but the enforcer of the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa, inserting himself into a big main event match against the Viper Randy Orton. What a match this should be too. I mean, man, Roman Reigns is definitely trying to imprint the Bloodline's presence here on Monday Night Raw. 3 members of the Bloodline in action. Here on Monday Night Raw, and finally the Universal Champion Randy Orton back here on Monday Night Raw. And hey, it's Survivor Series season, so you know what that means. one of the biggest pay-per-views all year round. You know Orton is scheduled to make an appearance there, and you know he is scheduled to defend his championship, legally obligated to defend his championship at Survivor Series. We did not see him defend his championship at Extreme Rules. He's had almost a month off. There is no reason why Orton should not be competing either here tonight or at Survivor Series. But at the end of the day, having almost a whole month off means there could be some possible ring rust there. So I think that's definitely something that Solo Sikoa is going to be looking to exploit as this match continues. But at the end of the day, Randy Orton has done it all. He's seen it all. Solo Sikoa is just, you know, he's just another variant of a guy that Orton has seen at least 4 or 5 times in his entire career. The most easiest comparison is the late great Umaga. Orton's had his run-ins with Umaga in the past, and Solo Sikoa definitely taking some influence and perhaps even like paying homage to Umaga with, you know, the way that he goes about his business as of late. Definitely reminiscent of their uncle Umaga. And man, I can't believe this. All 3 members of the Bloodline have been in action here tonight. If that isn't a statement that Roman Reigns is trying to make, I don't know what is. With Solo Sikoa getting the biggest opportunity here tonight, he is taking on the undisputed Universal Champion Randy Orton, as we mentioned, a guy that's been on top of his game lately. Oh my goodness, what an elbow to the face of Solo Sikoa, bringing the fight straight to Solo. This is definitely Solo's greatest challenge yet, and he welcomes it, believe me. Slamming Orton's head down to the mat, and now look at this, a huge splash. No, Orton gets out the way, and Solo Sikoa is going to pay for it, but the big boot doesn't even take him down, doesn't even take Solo down. Oh my goodness, a kick to the face, and both these men throwing some heavy blows here, and Solo Sikoa gets the better of that exchange. Orton might have the experience, but you know Solo has the strength advantage. And speaking of strength, a Samoan drop to the outside. Orton's hurting here, folks. Now look at this, Solo Sikoa throwing Orton back into the ring. Solo Sikoa feeling the energy of the crowd here. Oh my goodness, he got half of it but didn't get all of it. Orton was able to step out the way just at the last second. That might be the opening that Orton needed to get this match back in his favor, as here comes Randy Orton, Irish whip, throws Solo Sikoa over the ropes, and now that gives Orton at least a moment to just take a breath. Solo Sikoa has been on the attack since the start of the bell, and I didn't expect anything less from him. I mean, imagine should he beat Randy Orton here tonight. Gotta believe that might warrant him a championship opportunity in the near future. And the fact that he's going toe-to-toe, blow for blow with the champ should tell you a lot. As what a lariat from Solo Sikoa. Knocks Randy Orton down. Look at this, count on 1. Orton gets out at 1 though. Orton gets out at 1. And now Solo Sikoa just pacing back and forth, waiting for the Viper to get back in the ring. But you know, at the end of the day, oh, he's called the Apex Predator for a reason. Just choosing and picking his moments. Orton knows what he's doing here. Look at this, playing the mind game. Solo Sikoa is not even worried about this. He hits him with a throat chop. But Orton once again getting back in control. Look at this. Oh no, Solo Sikoa turns it around. Oh my goodness, what a super kick. Super kick might have knocked the champ right out. 1, 2, no. Gets a count of 2 that time though. Man, like I said, imagine if Solo Sikoa is able to take out Randy Orton here tonight. I mean, That in itself would make up for the Usos' 2 losses here tonight. You know Roman Reigns will have a big smile on his face if a member of the Bloodline can take out the Universal Champion. And now look at this. Pull back into another Samoan drop from Solo Sikoa. Got the champ reared here, folks. And now look at this. Oh, no, once again, that jumping headbutt does not land. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wait, no, RKO to Solo Sikoa. I think all of the hopes and dreams of Solo Sikoa defeating Orton just went out the window. No, Solo gets out. Gets out at a count of 2, but that is how quick Orton can put the match away. Like I said, picking and choosing his moment. Solo Sikoa did not even expect it, nor did I. And Orton knew that. That's exactly when he chose his moment to strike. And now look at this, sending Solo Sikoa off the ropes a little early on the effort there from Orton. But here comes vintage Orton with the power slam, and now stomping out Solo Sikoa's limbs. Oh my goodness, it got to hurt even more that he doesn't have shoes on. Oh, wait a minute. Solo Sikoa playing possum here. Playing possum. Almost had Orton there. No, he catches him with a big kick to the face. Big kick to the face lands. And now look at this. No way. He got the spike on Orton. The spike's on Orton. That could be it. That could be it. Count out 1. No, Orton grabs the ropes. Ever the ring veteran. Ever the ring general, Orton. Can't say ring general too loud. You know, Gunther's over on the blue band. Might hear it, and now he finally gets the headbutt. Solo Sikoa finally getting the headbutt he was looking for earlier. Look at this. Drops him with a huge belly to belly. And now Solo Sikoa. Bad intentions on the mind of the Bloodline's enforcer. He hits a huge headbutt there. Huge headbutt to Orton. Count of 1, 2. No, Orton gets the shoulder up. Shoulder up at the last second. And now Solo Sikoa starting to feel it here. Wants Orton to his feet. Wants Orton to his feet to deliver more damage. Going for a suplex, but Orton slipping out. Using that length to his advantage. Oh my goodness. Man, Solo Sikoa barely even affected by that drop kick, but Orton caught the fist. Caught the fist here. And now a neck breaker from the Viper. Neck breaker from the Viper lands. And Orton might be looking to put the final nail in the coffin, but wait a minute. The power of Solo Sikoa lands with a power slam. Solo Sikoa wasting little time. Top rope here. Orton's down. Orton's down. Once again going for a headbutt. He lands right on the midsection. Oh my goodness, that looked painful. And look at this. Orton slipping out. Slipping out of whatever Solo Sikoa had planned. And now both these men firing haymakers that are either landing or not. And Orton catches Solo Sikoa out of thin air there. But Solo Sikoa slipping out. Slipping out at the last second. And now look at this. What's Solo Sikoa going for here? Turns Orton around into a Boston Crab. Definitely digging deep into the arsenal here. Boston Crab lands. Solo Sikoa realizes what kind of match he's in for. He's in a fight with the world champion here on Monday Night Raw. And Orton, look at this, got to kick Solo Sikoa off just like a hyena, just never stopping with the assault. Unrelentless is Sikoa. And now Orton looking to hang him out to dry with the Hangman's DDT. Orton starting to feel it here tonight. He's got Solo Sikoa rocked. He's got Sikoa rocked. Sikoa could be out here. Orton pausing for theatrics, and that might cost him. Swung wildly with that RKO, but Solo Sikoa was not in his distance, and now Sikoa wisely rolling to the outside. And Orton might starting to get frustrated here. Oh, look at this. Randy Orton was going for some kind of exploder, but Solo Sikoa powering out of it. Powering out of it here. And now throwing Randy back into the ring. Throwing Orton back into the ring here. Now look at this. A huge headbutt lands. Huge headbutt lands. Orton could be out. Sikoa scaling the top rope, but Orton was able to get to his feet. But no, nonetheless, he grabs the double axe handle anyways. Lands the double axe handle, and now what's Solo Sikoa going for here? A huge chop. Look at this, the height he just got on that Samoan drop. Orton could be out here. 1, 2. No, Orton gets the shoulder up. Shoulder up. Oh my, he went for the RKO. He went for the RKO. Solo Sikoa had it scouted. Finally had the RKO scouted. And now look at this. Oh my goodness, lands a huge splash there. Huge splash from Solo Sikoa. 1, 2. No, Orton gets out one more time. Orton gets out one more time. And Solo Sikoa's got to be wondering what else he can do to the Viper. Wait, he misses. Orton caught him. Orton caught him. Oh my goodness, what a layer to the back of the head. Layer to the back of the head. And now what's Orton going for? Another Russian leg sweep from Randy Orton. And look at Orton. Vintage Orton here. He gets the RKO. He taunted for Solo Sikoa to get a little frustrated, ran into it, and at the end of the day proving that Solo Sikoa still has a thing or two to learn here at WWE. The Universal Champion picking up a big win here tonight, folks. But wait a minute. We talked about Survivor Series coming up. We talked about Orton having to defend that championship. Well, it looks like the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, has just threw his name in the circle, and as far as competitors for Randy Orton to face, man, sign the contract now. I need to see AJ Styles versus Randy Orton for that undisputed Universal Championship, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude our night here tonight. A night that the Bloodline is going to definitely want to forget. 3 straight L's from the Bloodline. But as we close tonight's show, definitely intriguing stories developing the further we head into Survivor Series.